When I was single, I conducted an experiment. I had to talk to every woman that gave me that feeling, the feeling that, I thought you were interesting or attractive. And I would walk up to these women and I would talk to them. And the reason I did this is because at the time I was writing my advice column and I saw that there were just millions of single women who weren't being approached, who wanted some love in their life. And I'm like, I'm here, right? And I also recognized I was working alone, really isolated, wasn't talking to a lot of people. I was waiting for people to find me, and I decided I needed to embark on this experiment. So I had these rules. And the most important rule was I had to talk to women who gave me that feeling. And it was frightening because I would walk up to these random women, and I would do it during daylight hours. I would do it while I was sober, and I would do it with the purest of intentions. I remember one time I was at Starbucks and there was this woman and she was studying. She looked like she was studying. And I was like, okay, she's a student and I'm going to walk up to her and be like, hey, I live in the area. I just want to say hi. Are you a student? I was going to, use the whole student thing and just be friendly, right? So I walked up to her. After not walking up to her, like I actually left the store and then I came back in and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. And I walked up to her and I said, hi, excuse me. Are you a student? And she looked up at me. She was not repulsed. And she said, no, I actually have a doctor's appointment and I'm just waiting. And I didn't have anything else to say because she was supposed to be a student and I didn't have a script. And I go, oh, well, that's great. Well, it was nice meeting you. And I walked away. I was like, oh man, loser. And I got better though. I would talk to lots of women and I met some really interesting ones. And I actually went on some dates. And what happened is I got really good at taking risks and meeting women. But then once I was in a relationship with them, I started to get uncomfortable. Once we started to date, I was like, oh, am I good enough? They're going to find out the truth. I'm just great at approaching people, but I'm not really great at being, interesting and attractive. And I worked on that. I can share with you part 2 of how I did that. But to answer your question, in order to be great at taking risks, you have to train. And the way to train is to take risk after risk after risk after risk after risk. There's things you can do to make it easier to work through the outcome. But in order to get great at saying what you think and expressing how you feel, you have to practice. And that's where the training comes in.